Hello, my name is Jennifer Bottini, and this is a project completed with my partners, Rebecca Burton, Sarah Thomason, and myself. I will be doing the voiceover for kindergarten and first grade. Rebecca will be narrating for second and third grades, and Sarah will be narrating for fourth and fifth grade. Okay, so this is our first slide of our portion, which was measurement and data. Again, my name is Jennifer and my partners are Rebecca and Sarah. Okay, let's begin. First and foremost, the data part was covering describing and comparing measurable attributes, so each of our slides is going to be formatted the same way. And one in orange will be the overarching idea or subject, with the standard of that being addressed below. And the grade that we're going to be detailing and describing will be in white on the bottom right-hand side, right here. In a few of these slides, we have included videos. And these videos can be watched. They are YouTube videos, but mostly they serve as visualizations of activities teachers can incorporate in their lesson plans or what student work might turn out to look like in the given grade, or even what a teacher might be demonstrating for students to understand. So with kindergarten, within this domain, students will need to describe objects and compare them side by side. So whether that is marbles or Legos or different kinds of objects that might be found in a counting collection, and then sort them into two piles. So for example, Legos can be sorted based on their shape, their length, or their color. Based on this ability or skill, the student would then be asked to classify the objects into these categories and sort them by count. So here we have more detailing of the unpacking of the standard for measurement and data, specifically A1 and A2. And as you can see, it details the standard and more specifically the skill set development expectations for this standard in kindergarten. So the goal is to have students learn to describe objects and to be able to compare these objects side by side. What are their similarities and how are they different based on measurable characteristics? This can be accomplished by having students choose an object before partnering up and describing to their partner the characteristics of their object. They then record their observations on a worksheet. Next, we're going to be watching how this specific standard evolves as the grades progress. So moving into first grade, this is where our progression of measurement and data really begins. So with first grade, the standard being addressed is C4. And within this domain, students should recognize, organize, and interpret data in up to 3 categories. They should also be aware of total data points in each category, without there being a single correct way to represent categorical data and standards in any specific format for grade 1. It's not until we get into the third, fourth, and fifth grades where we start getting more specific in constraints and how this data should be represented. Therefore, students will be asked to make their own models or respond to questions about a predetermined model, such as how many are there in each category? How many are there total? Students should be able to separate and sort items into collections and record their findings by tallying the data in a simple graph. And this graph should represent each sorted collection as well as the total number of data. Here again, we go into the details of the unpacking of standard for C4 and what it should look like in first grade. Activity examples for this standard in first grade can include having students sort a collection of items in up to 3 categories and then count and record the number of items in each sorted category, as well as the total number of items. Also, students should compare the number of items in each category by the measurable attributes they have been sorted into. Some common misconceptions would be incorrectly recording the data from the sorted categories, forgetting to apply the one-to-one correspondence when comparing the data from different categories, or just incorrectly sorting the objects into categories. So next we're going to watch how this standard evolves into second and third grade.